As I watch the Bush family um, and the Middle East, it is giving me some ideas which I don't want to pursue in a public way too much. However, I just want to cite that the first Bush, had a little skirmish with Iraq, and then the second Bush came on and went major, and he almost bankrupted the country in the world. So that I'm wondering if the first one was supposed to do that. Um, I don't want to say that if Ronald Reagan had died and he had taken over, whether he would have had two terms and whether he would have been able to accomplish uh, total devastation in the world. However, enter Obama and he has stopped things. The slide has stopped and it's coming back up the hill. We are almost to the golden age again, and then we're going to go into the diamond age. So that Jeb was on the horizon looking, and there was a movement to bring Jeb on because perhaps he would have, gone on and smashed the whole world. So that with the Muslims now, instead of waiting on Jeb Bush to come in and try to introduce democracy over there, they themselves are doing it. So this means that they probably don't need Jeb to create the chaos in the Middle East anymore. So now it does this mean that Palin has an easier run? What is the MO with this new democracy down there that you could sort of um, choreograph or telegraph who's going to be the better person, Jeb or um, Sarah, to take on whatever needs to be done in the world? However, um, the folks in Tunisia and in Egypt and all over the place, I don't think they're looking at this thing correctly because everybody. By the way, I was speaking to a guy in the fast food joint, and he was telling me that he's in a lecture. I said, "Bro, what do you think about this thing in Egypt?" He's from Africa, and this man is talking all the time, and he's going on and all this stuff. So I said, "Bro, you must. What was your level of education?" Well, he's now back in college. He's maybe as old as me, and he's doing maybe he's associate of arts now and so on. So, he doesn't know what he's talking about because he's not from here, and he's telling me what voodoo, oh, that's the official religion and all this stupidness, and he must be a voodooist. But anyway, um, he told me, he said that democracy is a one man, one vote, and stuff like that. So he thinks that is all democracy is. My view is that democracy is a way of life. Everything falls in place when or democracy is just one of the things you do. It's not the only thing you do. So that my neighbor, who, if I were a democratic Muslim, my neighbor who is a Christian, I would say, you got to get out of here. You can't have no church in here. I say, okay, nice to know you. I hope that your church prosper and everything else. If you win a couple members from my mosque, it's no problem. I mean, we all working for God, okay? And other things that go down. It's like you have the different sects in Islam. You have the Shiite and the Sunni and so on, Sunni, and they need to get along, right? What else? Um, when the elections are over, you just say, well, okay, you won, and I'm going to work with you as much as possible. I need to show that I am handsome and strong, but this is not the time for that. There's going to come a time which they call election time, and so, we're going to work together to better the country for the people. I won't be burning down while you're trying to make it good. And when I win, you're going to try to burn down while I'm trying to make it good. We're going to take in the nation to the next level, up and up and up and up. And so I had to smile at this brother, but democracy also goes now with capitalism. And as I'm saying that, basically, I don't think people in the East, in the Middle East, there understand this democracy thing, and I don't think they're prepared to go to the level that you need to take it. As I said, we could discuss religion. You could be Catholic, you could be anything. And it's like, hey, it's like we could still be friends. We might have different positions, but that doesn't mean that we have to fight. It's just that that's the way you see it. This is the way I see it. I heard what you said. You heard what I said. But let us just keep on living. I'm not going to pressure you to join my stuff, and you shouldn't pressure me to join your stuff. That's democracy. And the capitalism thing is that um, I will go out and try to create a life for me and others. I mean, I might be thinking of myself, I want to get rich, but you're going to open a business, you're going to hire others, you're going to do so, you know. So the move that um, the Bushes have made into the Middle East and the results that we have, we don't understand how it's going to end as yet. But whoever is behind it, New World Order and so on, is saying that, you know what, we're not going to wait on America no more because after Bush almost brought the world down to collapse, and Obama's now struggling to get the jobs moving up and bringing down the unemployment and all this kind of stuff. Nobody's going to be willing to go out again in the Middle East in the next drive to democratize the Middle East. So if we could get the people in the Middle East, just do it for themselves. And you could do it instead of one, like Iraq and Afghanistan, you have like six, so that it could fulfill what the Bible says. The Bible says in the last days, there's going to be a time of trouble such as never was. And I mean, I'm not predicting these brothers any harm, or I'm not, wishing them anything funny, but I'm just being a realist. And I'm seeing that, these guys are promising them all kinds of stuff. When they come to power, it's going to be something else. How are they going to deliver? I mean, I know Mubarak and them boys, it seems that, the money wasn't being spent the way it should. So unless you can have resources come in and you can create the jobs and start making everybody get some of that money, you're gonna have a problem. So they're gonna come at your house and ask you to leave the country too, like Mubarak, and they can keep on going like this. And I'm not sure when they're gonna end. So um, I am not holding my breath. I think I have a sweep how it's gonna go, and I'm just waiting to see it work for them. Okay, I only hope that the right seat is wrong, but you know. So Jeb, you're not needed right now because the people are having their own democracy move. So Palin might have a better chance at running a deal. You could stay in Florida and see if you could take some more kids away from parents and become famous for taking away people's kids. Because when you're on the federal level, there's no kids to take away except you're going to sell the soldiers to some country to go and make some money. I don't know what you're going to do, man. But right now, they don't need you, bro.